Hello, friends. Once again, welcome to another interesting mathematics class. So, today we'll continue with our concept of trigonometry, trying to resolve more difficult challenges when it comes to right angle triangle. And right here on the board, we have a more complex challenge compared to the previous one we had done. So, if you have not watched my previous video, kindly go to my page and watch other previous videos to have a full understanding of this concept called trigonometry. So right here on the board, we have a very interesting question. And the question says, find the length in centimeter of the side marked P and Q in the diagram below. Find the length in centimeter of the side marked P and Q in the diagram below. In other words, we have two unknown, P and Q. But then looking at this triangle, you will discover that two different triangles will actually join together to have a different structure altogether. And so the only way we can resolve this triangle is to use Pythagoras theorem. But then we have to unknown. If you choose to solve for Q, then you'll be getting it all wrong. Because, take for instance, the only solution to this is to share the triangle into two. If you take this triangle first, this very triangle will come out with a different triangle altogether, having this, a different shape. And of course, this is a triangle. Right here you have 3 centimeter, and right here you have 4 centimeter. You have 4 centimeter. And right here, on the longer side of the triangle, you have P. And then taking the other sides of the triangle, we're going to have this. No, pardon. You're going to be having this side of it, giving you this, and then little p. Then right on this side, you have 13 centimeter, and right here you have little q. Now, if you make the mistake of taking the side of the triangle first, you will not be able to calculate for two unknown, because for you to use Pythagoras theorem, there must be need for you to be able to have two sides of a triangle, then which will allow you to calculate for the third side of the triangle. So the best way to resolve this challenge on the board is to take the side of the triangle first, so that when you don't calculate for letter P, you can come over here and calculate for letter Q. So let's proceed by calculating for letter P first, which will give us a value here. When we have this value, then I will have the side called P. We can then calculate for letter Q. So let's go ahead and find letter P using Pythagoras theorem. Let me remind you once again that Pythagoras theorem states that the square of the longest side of a right angle triangle is equal to the sum of the square of the opposite and that of the adjacent. So on this very triangle we're saying here, P happens to be the longest side of the triangle, in other words called the hypotenuse. So P, the square of P, will be equal to the opposite here, will be 3 centimeter, being 3 square plus 4 centimeter. Let's remove the centimeter, but remember to place it when you're done. So we're going to have 4 square. So P square will give you 3 square is same as 3 times 3. So 3 square will give you 9 plus 4 square will give you 16. So P square is equal to 9 plus this will give you 25. So p squared implies the square root of 25. So the square root of 25, so the square root of 25 will give you 5. In other words, 5 centimeter. So having gotten our little p or side, this side of the triangle, you can see, you can then replace it with 5 centimeter. So we now have this side of the triangle, which is 5 centimeter. So we then have to resolve, we'll then be able to resolve side Q of this challenge on the board. So if we are looking for side Q, now take a close look at this triangle. You will find out that the longest side of this triangle is this. Coming back to this point, the longest side of this very triangle is the side 13 centimeter. So if we are taking this side 13 centimeter and here is 5 centimeter, we are expected to look for letter Q. So if we are finding the side Q, what are we going to have? Let's see. Don't forget, Pythagoras theorem is saying that the square of the longest side of the triangle, which is this very one, will be 13 centimeter, which is 13 square, equal to the opposite in this case is going to be 5 centimeter. In other words, 5 square plus Q squared. So, having done that, then you're going to have, pardon, having done that, you're going to be having 13 square will give you 169 equal to 5 square will give you 25 plus Q squared. Now let's collect like terms. Like terms. When you collect like terms, this value 25 will come over to my right. Remember the law in mathematics, when a value is crossing over, the sign automatically changes. There is an invisible plus here. So when it crosses over, it becomes minus. So I'm going to have 169 minus 25 equal to Q squared. Let's bring letter Q to my left hand side. So I'm going to have Q squared equal to 169 minus 25. When you subtract that value, you're going to have 144. So Q squared is equal to 144. So if you have 144, taking the square root of 144, then Q squared implies the square root of 144. And if you take the square root of 144, you are going to have Q equal to 12. Square root of 124 will give you 12. So with this, you can see we got the value of Q to be, you can conclude at this point that going by the triangle we're given, the side Q was obtained to be 12, and that of the P was given as 5 centimeters. So on this side of the triangle, we have 12, and right here, okay, come back to the original uh, diagram given to you. So right here, we got P to be 12 centimeter. Don't forget to place your centimeter. And right here, we got it to be 5 centimeter. That comes to the end of today's class. Thank you very much. Kindly endeavor to follow, like, and share my video. I really do appreciate your effort in watching my videos. Thank you very much. See you over in our next episode.